in this is that, all right, this must be Frankenstein. Oh, that's fine. Okay. Thinking he looks pretty close to me. Um, anyway, the irony in the whole, oh, okay. I'm sorry if I'm really driving you people crazy, but I'm just, oh yeah, how about this one? Hi, everybody in the other realm. I actually like this in a corny way. I guess it's really made for kids. We're gonna go by four. Ready? La 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 la. Let's see if I can put it back to normal. I don't even know how. Let's see if I take it out of that. I don't know. So I'm going to go to the most. Oh, wait, maybe if I hit that one. Ah! Actually, I kind of like it the other way. Anyway, so he decided that it was more important for these films to come out clearly than it was for me to breathe. So the whole time I'm laying there, I'm thinking, I'm going to pass out and die, but he's going to have good films when it happens, Heart stopped. Why did the heart stop? Patient couldn't breathe anymore. So I struggled through the 17 minutes. And I'm telling you, struggle. I'm not trying to exaggerate, because when I went back out into the waiting area, it took about 10 or 15 minutes for this part of my throat to actually, I mean, I could breathe, but it just felt weird. So now this is on my mind. I have to go back in that machine later on. So I'm not looking forward to it. And I'm trying to think of what do I want to do differently? And I kept thinking, when somebody is unconscious and you go to do CPR, what do they tell you? Tilt the head back, right? So I'm thinking, two pillows didn't tilt my head back. So I'm going to try something different, and this asshole is going to have to go along with me. So anyway, I can make a story out of anything. So what winds up happening now is I wait about it's supposed to be about a half hour, 20 minutes. It wound up being about an hour, which pissed my daughter off, to go get the actual injection where they race your heart. I wasn't looking forward to this part of it either. And I went in, and I don't know, let me tell you something. We couldn't have anything to eat or drink from 12 o'clock the night before. Now, I'm usually really good with that kind of stuff. It doesn't bother me. But I have a cold. And because I have a cold, I am so, like right now, I am so thirsty. So to have to go all this time without something to drink was really rough. I sound like a crybaby. I'm complaining about everything. But anyway, so when I went back there, before they did the injection, the woman, I don't know what woman it is, the one that makes sure you put the probes things on it. Well, anyway, she said, I'm allowed to give you a glass of water now. Would you like one? So I was like, really? For real? Yes, I would like one. So she brought me this little bitchy-ass glass. And, I looked at it and I was like, oh, geez, I'm going to have to, sip this. It was like liquid gold at this point. And my thirst got the better of me, and I drank it. I couldn't just sip on it. And I was like, wow, this is so good. I don't drink champagne, but if I did, this is what it would taste like. And she said, would you like me to get you another glass? You can have another. I was like, yes, please. So anyway, that one I took down a little slower. And that was like the highlight of the morning, was getting the glass of water. So I went and I got the needle in my arm. And what happened is, my daughter says I have anxiety. I like to think of it as, maybe it is. I don't know. I look at things and I wonder, what if? What if I do this? What could happen? And then when I think about the what could happen, it scares the crap out of me. So maybe that is anxiety. But anyway, my fear when I went in there was, like I said, my heart beats fast to begin with. And when I get this needle, I'm afraid that my heart is basically going to blow up. And that, coupled with, you see these movies where somebody gets an injection and they're dead, And I've had many, many shots, and it's just, I don't know why, but yesterday that's all I could think about. So I, they hooked me up. They did what they had to do. And when I got in the chair for them to hook up all the little probes and actually start the test, I started crying. Now, I wasn't bawling, but, a couple of tears came down. And then one of the people, whoever the heck they are, she felt bad and she was like, "Oh, here's a tissue. Are you okay? It's nothing, really, I promise." Which of course made me cry more because I think most people like this. When someone shows you compassion when you're already upset, it kind of makes you give into your issues a little bit more. So anyway, I basically cried, teared through it. And what really bothered me at the time was there were like 5 people in this little room. The room was the part where I was getting this test done was basically like a dressing room in a clothing store. You pull the curtain and that's it. The curtain was open at this point, but there were 5 people there. My cardiologist, 2 other women that do whatever they do, and this other woman who was doing the blood pressure and all that crap. So anyway, and then the actual guy on the pushing the buttons or whatever the hell he does. So I was afraid that why were there so many people there? Because my thought is they're all waiting to see me go boom, So this made me very upset. And anyway, so they assured me that everybody had their own job. And I'm like, why am I being such a big frickin' baby? But I couldn't help myself. So anyway, we get through that whole thing, and when they actually put the medication in after I got done with, being an idiot, I could feel it kind of, gradually moving up. But as far as I was concerned, I didn't really have any reaction to it at all. Now, I think what's funny is sometimes you handle something and you think you did fine, and then you find out later on, your reaction, when you perceived your reaction to be and what it actually was, is definitely 2 different things. So I think it went well. I think it went absolutely well. I mean, there was nothing. I think I took a deep breath maybe twice, and those deep breaths weren't, as far as I know, they weren't really related to what was going on. I think they were more related to, my reaction in the beginning with the tears. I don't want to say anxiety, but whatever it was. And then after that, half hour, now you can go eat something, drink, and, like a half hour later, they'll call you back for the last set of pictures. So they do. And what is my time on this thing? Oh, 13 minutes. I don't know how long I can go. Anyway, they called me back. It was a different tech. So real quick, I said, I got jokes for her. I took the one pillow and I kind of pushed it underneath my neck. So it wasn't really on my head. It was more under my neck. And that one, she said, it's 16 minutes. Same shit, whatever it was. So anyway, that worked much better. I was done. Hip, hip, hooray, the end. And that was my adventure for yesterday. I'm sick. The day before yesterday, I had gone for the echo. And I walked in and I had started sneezing. And usually I sneeze, it's a simple little sneeze. I sneezed and sneezed and sneezed to the point where my daughter was like, "Ma, you're acting like a 5-year-old." Because I was laughing over trying to stop sneezing. So anyway, this has progressed. The night before this stress test, it was literally like water just pouring out of me. I couldn't sleep. It just kept coming. I don't know if this is H2N2. I don't know, what the next virus is coming around. But whatever it is, I had caught it. Luckily for me, when I was laying on the popsicle stick, everything was dry. It was afterwards that it, reared its head again. So anyway, if you can make any sense out of this video, you're a step ahead of me. Besides my rambling, you see that I don't really stay focused with everything I speak about, and that's a whole other story. But anyway, before this cuts off or whatever the hell it does, bye everybody. And then, you always got to look dumb as you look down to see how the hell do you turn it off. So now I'm going to look at you, after I've already looked down, to make sure that I hit the button.